How's it going, guys? Tyler Silver with Silver Performance Training, and today I want to talk to you guys about the Decisional Balance Worksheet. Now, the Decisional Balance Worksheet is typically used in motivational interviewing settings, or they even use this in drug and alcohol counseling to get clients and patients to think about that there's pros and cons to making decisions in your life, good or bad. So I want people to know that when they start a new fitness journey, that although there are all these really great benefits that can be taken away from making a change in your life, that there are also, costs and cons to making some of these decisions as well. And I think that's really important to know going in, because then when some of these things come up throughout the journey, you've already kind of considered them and accommodated for them in some way, or accounted for them. So what I'm going to have you guys do for this is I'm just going to take out a piece of paper, and I'm just going to have you make kind of a four square box in the middle of your piece of paper. So one, we're just going to have on one side, we're going to have benefits and pros of making a change. Okay, that's going to be box number one. Below that is going to be benefits and pros of not changing. Okay, so although there is obvious benefits in making the change, right? Like the body you want, or you look, feel, and move the way you want to, or the way you did in high school or college. There's also benefits and pros to not changing. So right below that, some of the things that you wouldn't have to give up, like drinking behaviors or eating behaviors, or, there's a lot of benefits in just being able to sit on the couch and not having to go for walks and not having to hit your workouts and not having to be accountable to yourself. On the other side of things, in those other two boxes, starting at the top, we're going to talk about the cons of making a change, right? So although there's all these benefits and pros associated with making the change, there's also going to be, the cost of your trainer and the cost of eating certain foods that are aligned with your goals, needs, and personal preferences. You're going to have to give up time and, nights going out drinking, depending on what your goal is, time with friends, time with family. There are costs to making changes in your life, because you always have to take something away when you add something. And you can't just think that you're going to add some of these things and make some of these changes in your life without having some inherent costs and cons to it. So, and then below that, we're going to look at the costs and cons of not changing. Now, I think this is probably one of the most important things that we can do for ourselves, is thinking about what are the cons of not making these changes that we want to. I think Jordan Peterson said this, but he said something about, sometimes, it's a little bit more powerful to run away from something than to run towards something. So I want people to think about what are the costs and cons of not making a change, right? So, man, if you find yourself in really bad shape and bad health, what are the cons that are going to come up if you don't make this change today? I know this guy that was going to sign up with me, lives in my apartment complex a while back, but, guy had been kind of roughed up in the medical system with some really unfortunate things that happened to him. And, he was looking at potentially just, if he didn't get into training and kind of shape up some of his health behaviors, it was going to dramatically impact the rest of his life, his ability to function, his ability to walk. And I think it's really important to talk to people and talk about this with yourself is, if I don't make this change today, what is going to happen? I might not be able to play with my kids or my grandkids, or I might not be around to see them in the first place. And I think these are really important things to think about, because you want to look at your health and fitness, not only the benefits you'll yield, but the bad stuff that might happen if you don't start to take yourself and your health and fitness more serious. So I hope you guys really enjoy this exercise, and you guys really start to think about that. Every decision that you make in life, it's multifaceted. It has its pros and its cons. It has its costs and its cons. And you really want to make the best decision for yourself based on, the information in front of you and how you assess your goals, needs, and personal preferences, because it's different for everybody. And so there's no right or wrong answer. This isn't moral theology, but you just want to be able to go through your decisions and make sure you're making balanced decisions that make sense for you. So hopefully you guys enjoy this exercise. I look forward to seeing what you guys write for each one of them, and I'll share my own. Okay, so you guys take care and have a great rest of your day.